Okay, to switch the device on, keep up a red button pressed for a few seconds. TXSMART can be set up differently according first to payment mode using prepaid card or payment after shooting in accordance to clay counter built in. And second difference, it can be set up to be used only on one layout or on many layouts, so-called multi-layout mode. In case the remote control is used in multi-layout mode, it means you can use the same remote control on different layouts. When you switch on the device, you can see the following message. For example, layout 3, present the layout card or scroll. In this case, you can manually change the layout number using M1 and M3 buttons to scroll between possible layouts. Or you can use the tag here also to change the layout number in case layout tags are presented on the shooting ground. In case you want to change the layout number again, you have to switch on and switch off again, so you can manually change it again and press OK. If you do not press anything after switching it on, after you have the following message, so layout 2, if you don't press anything, so after 10 seconds it will automatically go to layout 2. So please be aware that you select the correct layout, because the coverage radius of the device can be up to 700 meters in tandem with Rangemaster Systems receivers, so you may release the trap from other layout if you have set the wrong layout number. If after switching on the device you see the following message, to activate please present layout card, it means you have to unblock the device by attaching it to layout tag, and it's the only way to continue shooting. So usually tags are placed somewhere on each layout. For example, it can be attached to the wall. So as soon as you attach the device to it, device is unblocked. So for example, you attach it, so you can see the message layout 1, remove your card. So you remove the device from the tag, so the layout is set and it's ready to use. Okay, about payment. So there are two payment types, counter and chip card mode. In case chip card mode is used, you will see the following message on the screen after setting up the layout: present your card. So in this case, you have to get a prepaid card and attach it to the back side of the device. So usually we can attach it this way. So when you attach it, you see the following information. It's shooter's name, customer group, and amount on your card. It can be shown in cash value or in clays. In this case here we can see the amount 200 in clays. We see the following sign. And here we can see the amount left on the card in cash value. And after every release, a certain amount of cash is deduced. In case TXSMART is used in a counter mode, the device can be used without prepaid chip card. Number of release targets are stored in the counter, and shooter can pay later in accordance to the number of targets released. So in total there are 6 individual counters and 1 group counter. It depends how you want to pay, as individual or as a group. In case no need to split charges, just set the counter group here and so you can pay all together later on. But if every person in group pays separate, every time someone from the group starts shooting, he should first set up his own counter so later he can pay in accordance to it. For example, person number one chooses the counter number one. For example, S1 means shooter 1, shooter 2, shooter 3. And to change the counter, use M3 button. When you set the counter or attach the chip card, select what you want to shoot. You can do that by shifting between shooting modes using M1 button. The first mode is shooting in a direct mode. Here you can press the button and it will immediately release the trap. You can press simultaneously up to 6 buttons. We recommend to use this mode when you have a puller or co-shooter who can press the buttons. Otherwise, use the other modes. Second mode is shooting with delay. Here you can select single, simultaneous, or on report target using M1 button and set up delay for target. In case you shoot double on report, you set delay for both targets. First delay, in our case 5 seconds. It will be, it can be increased by pressing change button. Okay, and then we set the delay for the second. Okay, after that, we choose which targets are released. For example, A and B. And as we can see, there is a delay. The first target is released, and now B is released. If you want to change the delay, you have to set it up again. Okay. In case you want to shoot, for example, simultaneous, we have only one delay, 2 seconds. We set 2 traps, B, C, and in 2 seconds, 2 traps are released. In case beeper is activated, you can hear a sound signal before targets are released. You can as well shoot single, simultaneous, or on report target via caller microphone. For that, you select the trap and make call via microphone. When you attach the microphone, you will see the following icon on display, like here. So here you can set up delay as well, and countdown is activated immediately after the voice call. When you come to a layout, you can see on the screen which traps are available. Example, here we can see traps from A to H. In case you have a dash, it means the trap is not available. For example, like here, if we shift to layout number 1, we can see that the G button is missing. You can release simultaneously up to 6 traps in direct mode, but in Rafale, be aware there is a key blocker engaged, so there is a delay until you can release the same clay again. It is done in order to give a full recocking cycle to the trap to avoid losing credit. So value is not deduced for non-release target. For example, we want to release Rafale, so we press A, and on the display we see that the capital letter turns into small. It means it is in a recocking cycle. When it is over, the trap letter turns into capital and it is ready to be released. As you see, we cannot release while the recocking, so there is no risk of credit loss. The last shooting mode is Game Flash. It's a hunting simulator with a repeated routine. Be aware it stops only when pause button is pressed, when the card is removed, or there is no more credit left on the chip card. The first Game Flash mode is called Chaos. We have Chaos 3 and Chaos 6. It is the mode when all traps are released in a random order in a random time frame. Break in this case cannot be set. So minimum time is setup cocking time and the maximum is 3 seconds plus cocking time. So the time frame is around 2 to 5 seconds. So within this time frame, 3 or 6 targets are released. So let's see, we choose Chaos 3, we press OK. We can select, in Chaos 3, we can select 3 traps. We press Start. And now we can see the release. So within this time frame, 3 traps are released in a random order, in a time frame approximately 2 to 5 seconds. So to stop this routine, we should press pause, so it will pause, and later we can continue. Or we press quit. In this case, we stop completely. As I said, we can do the same with Chaos 3 with 3 traps and the same with 6 traps. So we add 3 more traps. In total we have 6. We start, and now we can see the release of traps, of 6 traps. The next Game Flash type is called Storm. Storm is a release of all traps in a random order in a time frame of 3 seconds after the settable delay break, which we have here and which we can increase using M3 button. Minimum is 3 seconds, maximum is 15. So let's set up 7 seconds. So we have option to set up Storm 4, it means 4 traps are used, or Storm 6. So we set up 4, we have 4 traps. We can change, for example, instead of A, we can use D, and we press Start. And here we can see that within 3 seconds, all 4 traps are released in a random order. And after 7 seconds plus recocking time, the routine is repeated. You can press pause, continue, or quit. And we can do the same, but selecting Storm 6 with the 6 traps. And in this case, we can see that 6 traps are released within 3 seconds after the delay of 7 seconds plus recocking time. The next Game Flash type is called Straight. We can have Straight 2, 4, or 6. In Straight, we have simultaneous release of all traps after the settable delay or break with the repeated routine. So we set up break for 5 seconds, 6 seconds. We press OK. So we have 2 traps. We press Start. So we have simultaneous release of all traps. And then the routine is repeated after the settable delay. We can have exactly the same, but with straight 4, and here we have 4 traps. And straight 6 with 6 traps. So all 6 traps are released simultaneously, and then there is a delay which we set up, and the routine is repeated. And it can be stopped only by pressing pause, quit, or in case there is no money left on your prepaid card. The next game flash is called type V. We have 3 types: V3, V4, and V6. And now I'm going to show you how this type works. If we choose V3 type, and here we can set up or choose 3 traps. For example, I choose A, B, and C. In this case, the middle trap, in this case B, is released first after the settable delay, which we set up, which we can choose, let's say 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds, the B trap is released, and after 1.5 seconds, A and C traps are released simultaneously. And after 5 seconds, this routine is repeated. So again, it will be B, 1.5 seconds, A, C simultaneously. In case we choose V4 type, in this case we can use 4 traps. So we choose A, B, C, and D. In this case, after the settable delay of 5 seconds, we will have B and C. It means second and third traps released simultaneously, and in 1.5 seconds we will have first and fourth A and D traps released simultaneously. And after delay of 5 seconds, the routine is repeated. In case we choose V6, we will have 6 traps, again setup delay 5 seconds. So in 5 seconds we will have our third and fourth trap released, C and D, simultaneously. After delay of 1.5 seconds, we will have release of second and fifth traps, B and E, for example, simultaneously. And after delay of 1.5 seconds, we will have first and sixth traps, A and F, released simultaneously. And after 5 seconds, the routine is repeated. So let's check how it's done in real life. So V3. So we press break 5 seconds. Okay. We have A, B, C traps. Start. So we have B trap released 1.5 seconds, A and C simultaneously. V4. Okay. We have traps A, B, C, and D. Start. So we have B and C traps released together simultaneously, and in 1.5 seconds, A and D released simultaneously together. And V6, we have traps A, B, C, D, E, F. Start. So we will have C and D released together, 1.5 seconds, B and E, 1.5 seconds, A and F. Of course, everything is done very quickly while I'm talking. And after the delay of 5 seconds, the routine is repeated. And the last type of game flash is called continuous 6. Continuous 6 is a release of all traps in random order in a time frame of 1 second after the settable delay. Let's set break of 7 seconds, okay, and we can set up all 6 traps. We press start, and after pressing start, in 7 seconds, within 1 second, all 6 traps are released randomly. And after 7 seconds, routine is repeated.